If you have had 1 or 2 rounds of antibiotic treatments for H. pylori and you tested negative, but you still have acidity or other symptoms like indigestion, bloating, or pain in the stomach, what does that mean? Is that normal and a normal part of the healing process? I get this question or a variation of it often, and so I want to make sure to answer it here so more people can benefit. My name is Noor Zibde. I am a functional and integrative dietitian, and I help people overcome digestive, inflammatory, and autoimmune conditions using diet and supplements and lifestyle. And H. pylori is one of the things I commonly see with my clients, and we definitely work a lot on H. pylori. And so it is definitely one of those things that could wreak havoc and create a domino effect in digestion. So we'll go a little bit deeper with H. pylori today. So when I get this question, so let's clarify again. You got the treatment once or twice and your doctor tested you, they told you H. pylori is negative, you're good to go, but you're still feeling pain and discomfort or something else after you eat. So I have 3 things to consider here, or 3 thoughts in here. Number 1, you may have tested negative on a traditional test. So stool or breath testing that only tell you yes, no, positive, negative, present, not present, right? They're only in the white or black areas, but they don't really tell you if you have H. pylori in borderline ranges. So the antibiotic treatment may have helped you lower the H. pylori from a true positive, but it's in a borderline range. So it is high enough to trigger symptoms, but not high enough to show positive on the test. That's why I like the DNA-based stool testing that I incorporate for my clients, because it gives me a quantitative number. I know exactly how many colony-forming units of H. pylori were found in the stool, and then we are able to say, well, if you still have a level that's in the borderline range and you're still experiencing a lot of symptoms, then we still have some work to do to eradicate the bacteria and bring the levels down. It doesn't necessarily mean you need another round of antibiotics, because we know they could damage your beneficial bacteria and your microbiome, but there are a lot of herbs and natural approaches that can help lower the H. pylori count. So you may still have some work to do to address the H. pylori completely and properly. The second thing is that you may have developed something else as a result of H. pylori. H. pylori, when it overpopulates in the stomach, it's at the gateway of the digestive tract. So H. pylori can lead to SIBO, which is small intestine bacterial overgrowth, dysbiosis in the large intestine, candida, parasites, or something else. So the symptoms you may be experiencing as a result of something else and not just H. pylori. So when you're only focused on H. pylori, you're not looking at all the other possibilities. And so you may need further testing to understand what else is going on. And that's why, again, I like the stool test that I use, because it casts a wider net. It tells me what else is going on in the gut, so we can also address it in the right time, in the right order. I often order SIBO testing. And for example, if you have a lot of bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine, and every time you eat foods that have fiber and they create, the bacteria ferments the fiber, creates a lot of gases, and now they're going to push the stomach content, or push on the stomach, so the stomach content could reflux up. And so you may experience chest pain or heartburn or pain in your throat as well too. And it's not necessarily the H. pylori, but the other things that resulted from H. pylori. So the second point again is that you may need further testing to do more comprehensive gut assessment and stool analysis to figure out what else is there. And just a reminder, if you're liking this content, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button so that more people who are having the same question can see this and benefit from it as well too. And the last and third point is you may not have taken the right nutrients to help repair and build up your stomach lining. So if you've just taken the antibiotics, they kill the bacteria, but H. pylori damages the stomach lining. It eats up the stomach lining and creates ulceration and gastritis, and so that's going to need nutrients and time to heal. And so you may need to incorporate things like glutamine and zinc and slippery elm and mastic and marshmallow root and aloe vera and these kind of plants that help build up the mucous membrane that is going to be protective, and also build the stomach lining. So think of the stomach lining as your skin. If you have a burn or a cut or bruise or a scratch and you try to pour acid on it, it is going to really hurt. So the same thing, you need to allow the skin to heal. The same thing, you're gonna need to allow the stomach lining some time to heal. So incorporating some of these, and don't forget that you can incorporate them in food and in supplements, and even eating things like okra, the vegetable, can be helpful to build up the stomach lining. So remember these three key things. I would love to hear from you if that's something you're experiencing, what has helped you, and if you have any questions, write me in the comments. And if you are looking to work with someone as on the functional approach on repairing stomach lining, you can find more information about working with me and my practice in the link in the description. And I hope this was helpful. I'll see you on the next video.